Appy, and today I have a really nice fun fold card. I don't know what the actual name of the card is. I just call it a missing middle card. So this is what we're going to be making today, and it's a missing middle because frankly the middle of the card is missing. And so this is it, and it opens like that. So let's move on over to the Stampin' Table and we'll get started with this. Okay, so here once again is the card that we're making today. And this is the missing middle card with a pineapple. So we're going to start out with a piece of crushed curry cardstock, 4 inches by 7 inches, and I've scored it at 5.5. Now you can find all the measurements and the supplies used for this card on my blog, and that is stampinstudio.com. I also have another piece of crushed curry. This is 4 1/4 by 1.5. That's going to go down here. And so to start out with, let's just do easy assembly here. I've got some of the designer paper. We're going to put this on each of those flaps. So one up here on the top. And one on the bottom. Okay, then I have a piece of Mossy Meadow and another piece of crushed curry. These actual sizes don't matter all that much. They just need to be big enough to put the pineapple piece and the leaves on here. So I'm going to run this through the Big Shot. So then we have that piece and this. Now with the leaves, you can see how you can actually curl them up a bit to give a little added dimension to this. Okay, then the next thing that I'm going to do is I want to, weird word, but I want to kind of dirty up the pineapple itself. So I'm going to use, this is some crumb cake ink, and I'm just going to very lightly use a sponge dauber and just drag a little bit of the ink on this. If you look at a pineapple, the outside kind of has some brown tones to it, and then underneath all of those little kind of scales, if you will, that's where you see the yellow color. So that's the idea behind this. Okay, and then I have a scrap piece of So Saffron, and I'm going to glue this on here. And then we're going to cut it out. So I'm going to use some of the multi-purpose glue. And we're going to stick that on there. Then I'm going to take my paper snips and just trim carefully around here. Okay. So we have this, and we have this. And this is going to go so that these have kind of like V's with that shape, as opposed to this way. That would be upside down. So we want it here. This is going to go on here. So again, I'm going to use some of the multi-purpose glue. And that is going to sit like that. I'm going to set this aside for just a minute, and then let's move that. We've got the card base itself. This is going to go on the inside. This is going to go on the bottom, and then the pineapple will go on the top. I don't want to move it right now, but what I do want to do is I want to stamp the sentiment from Timeless Tropicals, and we're just using Hello. I'm going to put that right there. Okay, that's all the stamping we have going on with this. Now, this piece, if you've noticed, we have not glued down. We're going to go to our dimensionals now. And so we have the pineapple. This is going to go here, and it's this pineapple that ends up putting the card together. This will attach up here and down at the bottom with the middle missing, and that's what makes it work. So as we set it here, I'm just kind of eyeballing where the dimensionals will go. So let's get a few of these off. We'll work on the bottom first. Oops. So I'm going to put 2 along the bottom there, and then I'm going to put 1 up as far as I can on this little piece. That's going to help to secure it more. I love these missing middle cards. I think they're pretty cool looking. All right, so this is going to go, let's see, about right there. Okay, so we now have it attached to the bottom. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and attach it to the top, to the greenery parts of this. And so I'm just looking for placement, so I think I'll put 1 here, and then I'm going to use some smaller ones. So we're going to do 1 right here, and then I'm just going to take and cut this dimensional in half. And then this is a bigger area here, and then we'll do 1 right here. Okay. Whoops, get it off. Okay, so I can go ahead and attach this to the inside of the card here first. Okay, holding the top down, I peeled the dimensionals off the back. I'm going to line this up right on the bottom here and then stick that down. Okay, then let me just fluff these up just a little bit. Okay, oh, hang on, did I glue them shut? There we go. Yep, I need to move this one just a bit, or we end up with a postcard and not a card. So my placement was off just a little bit. There, that works. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do then is to add some embellishments. And I have here, these are the Gilded Gems. And this is from the Ornate Garden Suite. So you won't find it in the catalog right now, but it can be ordered. And these are really pretty gold gems. And so I thought the shape of them and the texture on them reminded me a lot of the pineapple itself. So I thought it was a good choice. Okay, so there we have our missing middle card. And it opens like this, and it will stand up nicely as well. So I hope you were inspired today to do some stamping yourself. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my projects, then please subscribe below the YouTube video by clicking the subscribe button. And be sure to share it with others because that helps me out as well. So I do want to thank you for taking a little time out of your day today to spend with me in my stamping studio. So until we meet again, enjoy life, stamp something, and eat chocolate. Bye-bye.